Hi, how you doing? Welcome to Dwayne's Guitar Lessons.
Audio Jungle.
In today's lesson, we're going to talk about how to find the major scale anywhere on the guitar when you're playing it. Let's take a look. All right, so first thing you want to ask yourself is, why do we need to do this? Well, it's a skill that all guitar players should know, really, okay? Because your major scale is your foundation. That's like your tree trunk, and everything can branch out from that. So if you know how to find that all over the neck in any key, then you can just alter that to find, your minor scales, your, all your other scales, harmonic minors, and your, dominant, your diminished, all that kind of scale. There's thousands of scales, and it all really starts with, well, your chromatic scale is your musical alphabet, every note next to each other on the fretboard, you know what I mean? That's your chromatic scale, okay? And then your major scale would be a selective of 8 notes out of that scale, like your major scale. Okay, so that's 8 notes. So you're starting off with all the notes. There's 12 of them. A through G sharp actually. And then you have, out of those, you condense it, take 8 of them out of there, and that's your major scale. Now, if you know your major scale, then you can alter the major scale to get your minor scales, your diminished scales, your harmonic minor scales, and all those other scales. But you got to make sure you know the major scale first, okay? Because that is the foundational building blocks of music. That's why it's so important to know it, okay? So I would highly recommend, if you don't know it, let's take a look, we'll learn it, okay? So, what's really cool about the major scale is this the do, re, mi that we learn in school. I don't know if you ever learned that in school. Some people have, most people haven't. Some people have, some people haven't. But usually you learn that in school. If you take music in school, that's what you learn, that do, re, mi, okay? And you can always tell a major scale because it should sound like the do, re, mi. So if you're playing some scale and somebody tells you it's a major scale and you don't have that do, re, mi, that's not the major scale. A major scale should have that do, re, mi. As you can hear, that has that do, re, mi. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay? So, it's very important to learn that, and then we can alter that to create other things, okay? Now, so we take these 8 notes, and they're comprised of these 8 notes that create a formula, okay? Because music is a science of mathematics. That's really what it is, okay? So you're kind of being a scientist and a mathematician at the same time, especially if you're studying music theory. If you want to go more into music theory and stuff, I'll leave a link below for a book that really helped me out a lot when I was younger, learning music and music theory and stuff. That might help you as well, okay? So just look in the links below. Look in the description below. I always have some links down there that can help further your training, okay? So, what we want to think of when we're looking at scales, especially the major scales, we want to think about the intervals between the 2 notes, okay? That's what an interval is, the distance between 2 notes, okay? Now, the distance of 1 fret, so let's say we went from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret, that would be considered a half step. If we go 2 frets, that's going to be considered a whole step. Okay, if we went 3 frets, that would be considered a step and a half. Okay, we won't worry about step and a half right now. We're just going to be worried about the whole steps and the half step. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to find our major scale formula. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the key of C, because this key of C is real simple, it's real easy, doesn't have any sharps or flats in it, and we're going to learn that scale, okay? We're going to learn the formula for it. So if you have a pen and paper or something, I highly recommend take some notes, because this is going to really benefit your guitar playing, okay? So right here on the 5th string, 3rd fret, is a C note, okay? If we go a whole step, which is 2 frets, we're going to come to the D. That's the 2nd note of the scale. Then we go another whole step, 2 frets, to the E, which is the 3rd, okay? Then we're going to go to the 4th, which is only a half step, which is just 1 fret, okay, which is your F. So we got C, D, E, F. Then we're going to go a whole step to the G, another whole step to the A, okay, another whole step to the B, and then a half step to the C. So it's going to go do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, and that's just going up the fretboard, okay? So we have a whole step between 1 and 2, a whole step between 2 and 3, a whole step between 3 and, a half step between 3 and 4, a whole step between 4 and 5, a whole step between 5 and 6, a whole step between 6 and 7, and a half step between 7 and 8. Okay, so you want to remember that. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Okay, that formula is going to allow you to find any major scale that you want on the guitar. That formula will work with any major scale on the guitar in any key that you want to do it. Okay, so let's say we want to do it in G. Okay, we'll often go G, whole step, half step, whole step, half step. And you can hear it has that do, re, mi. Okay, so you want to be like a scientist, know that formula, okay? And then you can alter that formula to create other things, like a minor scale would be flattening the third, flattening the seventh, okay? So I would highly recommend that you go through your scales and figure this out. Go through all of them, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, okay? But start with C because it's the simplest, it doesn't have any sharps, flats, and this also lets you know what sharps are in the key as well, which is what the circle of fifths is about. That's in a whole nother thing. We won't go into that in this lesson right today, but like I said, I'll leave a link on a book that helped me out a lot when I was younger working on this kind of stuff. It'll probably help you out too, so you can at least check that out, okay? But I will probably make some future videos on some more in-depth music theory. So if that's something you want to know, let me know in the comments below. If you have anything else you want to add to the discussion, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. You know, click on the like button if you like it, if you feel you got some value out of this video, because that's the whole purpose of doing it. Here at Dwayne's Guitar Lessons is designed to help you get better with your guitar playing in all aspects, whether that be rhythm or playing lead, or music theory, or getting your sound together, or just whatever it is to help you have fun playing guitar, because playing guitar should be fun. It shouldn't be a chore. It should be something that you have fun with and you enjoy. And it's great about learning it because it's endless. You could never learn it all. It's just awesome. I love that about playing guitar, and I love being here teaching you guitar. So make sure you do that, okay? Make sure you go through your major scale. Remember, your whole step is 2 frets, half step is 1 fret, okay? The formula for your major scale: whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Make sure you know that. Make sure you memorize it and work on it. You know, find a note. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay, if it's a D, you can see that's the D major scale. And I don't have to even worry about the notes or anything. All I have to do is know that formula. Know that there's a whole step between 1 and 2, whole step between 2 and 3, half step between 3 and 4, whole step between 4 and 5, whole step between 5 and 6, whole step between 6 and 7, and a half step between 7 and 8. Now, of course, yes, if you want to just play by ear and muss around and find it, you can, but this is, you know, this is a way of actually knowing it, okay? A lot of guitar players play by ear and they, you know, find it by ear, and that's fine, but if you actually know it, that's better, okay? Much, much better, okay? So, do that, and remember that that's the foundation for your music theory. It's foundation for everything in music is that major scale. And you can go minor scales and everything but that. And that does work as well as far as chords too. Okay, so your major chords, minor chords, things like that, okay? So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you keep practicing your guitar every day. You know, make sure you learn something new every day. That's always important too. Learn something new every day. Practice, subscribe to the channel, click the bell so that you know that you can be notified of future videos I'll be uploading. And if you have a video you'd like me to, you know, make for you, let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to try to do that for you. Or if you might be having something you're working on, let me know. I'll try to help you out with that as well. Be sure to visit my website, join my guitar club if you can. And like I said, check out the links below. I always have some additional training material that can help you out with your guitar playing, okay? So thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. You have a great day, and we'll see you next time.